Hello students, today we will continue with our chapter Adolescence. In the last class we discussed about changes at puberty and secondary sexual characters. Today we start with reproductive phase of life in humans. As you all know, at puberty adolescents become capable of reproduction. The testes and ovaries become functional in males and females respectively, and they start producing the gametes. Now we come to reproductive phase in females. It starts at puberty, that is at the age of 9 to 12 years, and lasts till the age of approximately 45 to 50 years. One ovum matures at a time and is released by the ovary in about 28 to 30 days. During this period, the wall in the uterus becomes thick. Why? To receive the egg in case it is fertilized. Dear students, uterus is the organ in which the development of embryo takes place. If fertilization takes place, pregnancy occurs. If fertilization does not take place, the thickened lining of the uterus along with the blood vessels are shed off. This causes bleeding in women, which is called menstruation. Is it clear? Now we will discuss about some important definitions. First one is menarche. What is it? The first menstrual flow that begins at puberty is known as menarche. Then comes menopause. What is menopause? The stoppage of menstruation is known as menopause. Third one is menstrual cycle. The cycle of maturation of egg, its release, thickening of uterine wall, and its shedding, if pregnancy does not occur, is called as menstrual cycle. Now our next topic is determination of sex of baby. There is a false thinking among some people that the sex of the baby is determined by the mother. This is a fiction, and the sex of the baby is determined by the male or the father. We know that fertilization results in the formation of zygotes. So let us discuss about this. As you all know that the human beings have 46, that is 23 pairs of chromosomes, out of which 44 chromosomes are autosomal, means they are identical in both males and female. One pair is called as sex chromosomes. In females it is XX and in males it is XY. So this is the sex chromosome. If a sperm with 22 plus X chromosomes fuses with the egg having 22 plus X chromosomes, then the chromosomes of the zygote will be 44 plus XX and the baby would be a girl. And if the sperm with 22 plus Y chromosomes fuses with the egg that is having 22 plus X chromosomes, then the chromosomes of the zygote would be 44 plus XY and the baby would be a boy. Thus we can say that the males who produce sperms really determines the sex of the baby. Next comes the endocrine system and hormones. The changes which occur at adolescence are controlled by the hormones. Now what are hormones? Hormones are the chemical messengers which can cause changes in the physical and mental growth. The brain knows when the body is nearing sexual maturity. So, the endocrine glands release chemicals called hormones, and different hormones, they are responsible for different changes in the body. So, dear students, let's discuss about major endocrine glands, different types of hormones released by them, and their functions. So, first we start with the pituitary gland. Pituitary gland releases growth hormones, TSH, that is thyroid stimulating hormone, corticotrophin, FSH, follicle stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone, prolactin, vasopressin, and oxytocin. So these are the hormones which are secreted by the pituitary glands. So what is the function of growth hormone? It helps in the physical growth. TSH, it stimulates thyroid to secrete thyroxine. ACTH, it stimulates adrenal gland. FSH stimulates testes to produce sperms and ovary to produce ova. Luteinizing hormone stimulates testes to produce male sex hormone and ovary to produce female sex hormone. Prolactin, it initiates production of milk by mammary glands. Vasopressin, control and regulate blood pressure. Oxytocin, it facilitates childbirth. So all these are the hormones which are released by our pituitary gland. Next comes the thyroid glands. It secretes the hormone thyroxine, and its function is it stimulates physical and mental growth as well as the metabolism. Next comes the parathyroid gland. It secretes parathormone which help in rise in calcium level in blood. Then comes the adrenal gland. It secretes adrenaline and non-adrenaline hormone, glucocorticoid and gonadocorticoid. Adrenal and non-adrenaline, they control heartbeat, blood pressure and breathing rate. Glucocorticoid control carbohydrate, fat and protein metabolism. Gonadocorticoid control the growth of external sex characters. Next comes the islets of Langerhans. It secretes insulin, glucagon. Insulin, it controls the, as you all know, control the blood glucose level reduced, and glucagon control blood glucose level raised. Then come testes. It secretes the hormone testosterone, which is the which controls the growth of male secondary sexual characters. Ovary, it secretes two hormones, estrogen and progesterone. Estrogen controls the growth of female secondary sexual characters, whereas this progesterone control the changes in the menstrual cycle. So all these are the different types of hormones which are secreted by our endocrine gland, and these are their functions. I hope it is clear to each and everyone. Now next topic is role of hormones in the life cycle of insects and frogs. As you all know that frogs and insects undergo metamorphosis to become adults. In insects, it is metamorphosis is controlled by the insect hormones, whereas in frogs it is controlled by the thyroxine hormones, which is produced by the thyroid gland. The thyroxine production requires the presence of iodine in the water, means thyroxine is secreted by the thyroid gland only when there is a sufficient amount of iodine in the water. In case the iodine is less in the water, then the metamorphosis does not take place and the tadpole cannot become the adult. Now next comes the health of adolescents. Since adolescence is the period of rapid mental and physical growth, they have to follow a healthy lifestyle which includes nutritional needs, personal hygiene, physical exercise, and say no to drugs. So now we will discuss about these points in detail. First we start with the nutritional needs. The nutrition required by the adolescents must be highly balanced and contains proteins, carbohydrates, fats and vitamins. Fast food such as chips, packed or tinned snacks, and aerated drinks must be avoided as they do not have adequate nutrients. Then comes the personal hygiene. Personal hygiene is very important for them as sebaceous and sweat glands are active at this stage. Bathing helps clean the body from sweat and odor, thereby prevent the bacterial infection. Daily changing of undergarments is very important to prevent skin diseases. Then comes the physical exercise. Physical exercise such as sports, games, walking, swimming, etc. keep the body fit and healthy. So all the boys and girls should take part in one or the other physical activity. Next, very important is say no to drugs. No doubt, adolescence is a period of tremendous growth and potential, but it is also a time of considerable risk, insecurity, and confusion. They may easily fall prey to drug or alcohol abuse. So, it is the time that they should confide with elders like parents or teacher, take their advice so that it will help the adolescents to ease their mental tension and anxiety. They should realize that these are just natural changes of the body and mind, and they should channelize their energy to do good work and set their mind towards achieving their goals. So, dear students, this is all about your chapter. I hope it is clear to each and everyone. Goodbye.